Ready for the Cool Kids Ice and Water Outlaw Karts presented by 2Speed Motorsports. Had a bit of a rain trouble here, so we're getting through the hot laps still. These are the box stocks out on the racetrack right now.
Yeah, if you didn't know, if we didn't say that, then you would assume it'd be, because we got a big car count here for these Mobile 1 beginners. So you already see the first pylon taken out of the night. Haven't even got to the racing yet, but yeah, hot laps going on. We're just going to do one round and then we're going to hop right into it. So I guess we're a little bit behind, but yeah, not bad. I'm glad we are able to get it in. It looked a little bit scary there for about 10 minutes, and then just hanging out.
Mother Nature was not kind, but hopefully she's let off for right now.
I'd hope so.
I had to move the bottom lane up, so got all those pylons around. As you can see, we would not have had enough time to dry that. That would have taken way too long. So we just moved the lane up a bit, and we're good to go racing.
There. Yeah, it's gonna be a good night. You can see it there on the bottom, a little bit muddy, and moving the pylons up. I like to talk about this a lot. When we lose the bottom, it makes racing just like somebody opens Pandora's box. The chaos meter just goes crazy because you don't have that bottom lane. You see drivers going like all the way pretty much to the wall. It's the real definition of balls to the walls here racing. They're just flying all over.
All right.
Anyway, so
I believe this is the last three of the box stocks to get their hot laps through, and then flat carts are next. Yeah,
it's gonna be a good night for racing tonight, especially if it manages to hold off. I'm excited for tonight. We're glad we got it in, but we're here. This is well, if any time was talked about it, now we're gonna talk about fried pickles. No.
We need to quit it with pickles. It's getting old.
Yeah, I know. We need to find something new. We need something new on the menu to complain about. At least I do.
We should just get catered food here.
Well, that's not a bad idea.
So you only eat chicken tenders. That's pretty much it, right?
Okay, I wouldn't say that. It's not. Okay, it depends. If the racetrack food, yes. I'll only eat chicken tenders at a racetrack.
Fair.
I don't know. I eat exquisitely. Oh, okay, not exquisitely. I eat normal people food, too, when I'm not at the racetrack.
Like what?
Steak. I love steak. But I mean, what person doesn't like steak? Anyway. Yeah. Okay. But, yeah, so. I wonder how the track conditions will also affect tonight. Not just on the bottom lane, but through the rest of the track. It seems pretty dry other than that bottom lane there. And they said it was pretty good, but
it was pretty much sealed over. Like, there wasn't... it kind of all fell to the bottom, so that's why we have to close that lane up. There's puddles there, so...
Yeah. And we didn't get hammered.
No, it was just a little drizzle.
Yeah. Not even. I would say it just missed it a little bit, maybe a little bit of spitting in.
But you weren't outside, were you?
Well, I stuck my arm out the window.
Oh, good for you.
No, what's the term for it? Forecaster. No. Yeah. Is forecast the word?
Sure.
Anchor. Weather anchor?
Weather anchor?
I don't know.
Weatherman?
Weatherman. I go to college for this and I don't know any words, any terminology or nothing.
The new Ron Burgundy in the building here.
Oh. I'm glad I don't do any... Yeah, meteorologist. Thank you, Spencer. Meteorologist. That's the term for it. Yeah. There's a reason I'm like, I'll just stick to racing, because if I can't do news, I'm too unserious for it. Even they told me that, too. They're like, when you go... If you're doing the broadcast, I had a radio class, and we went to the news, and they're like... Look, it's good, love your energy, but it's too much. You can't be so serious, or you can't be so happy. I'm like, dang it.
Oh no, you can't be happy.
Well, yeah, you can't be happy. That's the law. You can't be happy if you're doing news.
Yeah, I guess it's very serious, right? This is a little different. We can joke around a bit, but
we do
probably too much.
Yeah, we do nothing but joke around. That's the best part.
Greg and Adam, prodigies over here.
Yeah. They cut from the same cloth.
Absolutely false.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, the only serious time I have to think is when we start talking about fried pickles, so then I have to put my game face on and try and defend my case. or when I'm talking about what I'm going to eat after racing, Tim?
Gas station pizza.
Shudder thinking about it. Or maybe like a roller dog. Laugh all you want. I love a 7-Eleven hot dog.
I've never had one.
Oh, you're missing out.
Am I?
Well, your stomach's not, but they're good. They're good.
I've had a gas station Jamaican patty.
Okay. Oh my gosh. That's
was
brave.
stale. Stale. Like it was a couple days old, I think. At least. 7-Eleven's got some decent
well,
stuff.
7-Eleven's like a cafeteria next
Pretty
to the gas
much,
station.
yeah. Like talking nothing but racing so far.
Yeah, well, the good thing is it's practice, right? So we got these opens now going out for their first practice. But not much. Just kind of ticking away at the clock. You're waiting for time to run out. And then we can get to racing. But for now, you're going to have to hear us talk about whatever. I don't know. I have nothing to do all summer except for this. So I'm kind of just going to take.
Nothing at all.
Like, nothing important. Some days I just leave the house just to leave the house.
Hey, you know what? Makes sense.
Not a bad way to live. I mean, yeah, it's interesting.
Got nothing else to do.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, nothing. And then, you know, then the weekend starts to roll down, and then I wake, or, jeez. And then I wake up, and I go, oh, it's Wednesday. It means tomorrow's Thursday. And then tomorrow's Friday. It means I become important again. So then, yeah, that's kind of what I look forward to throughout the week. Okay, not saying like my life revolves around racing, but
It
really
does.
It's
A lot of it
it's
does.
involved. I don't say it
It's
revolves
fun.
though. It's fun. It's
I love
my
it.
career, so kind of look forward to it. But really, the only things that are serious is this. Oh, sweet. Night just started. We just got pays. All right. Thank you all for tuning in. No.
I'm still in the building. Shh. Wait a couple minutes and then we'll
That's okay.
skedaddle.
But while we got the chance, we might as well plug it. Of course, Thursday Night Prime, or Friday Night Prime,
There we go.
premieres tomorrow, episode...
Yeah, like 4?
No, it's beyond that. Anyway, Friday Night Prime premieres at 7, during the 30 minutes before the races, so at 7 o'clock, tune in episode 6. So tune into episode 6, Friday Night Prime, or otherwise known as the, quote, Mac and Jack Show, where you get to hear a lot of behind-the-scenes interviews. We got some great interviews last week from a lot of guys. I'm definitely excited about this one. And Kenzie, who edits it all together, who makes the magic and really makes us look good. We just dump all our problems on her. It's like, oh, messed up a line. Oh, that's Kenzie's problem, too. Whatever. So she'll make everything look magical, and she gave us name keys. So we're like even more fancy.
Make it seem important.
I know, we're starting to become, I wouldn't say we're starting to become, but we're starting to look important. We're starting to look like we know what we're doing.
We don't.
I don't remember the last time I
Big
ever
mask
remember
we're
doing
wearing right now.
it. Yeah, pretty much.
Just a lot of winging it.
Yeah. So, but yeah, not bad. Just kind of hanging out and having fun here on a Thursday, Outlaw Thursday. Usually how it is. We try to keep it light here, not like there's anything super serious.
William Bros Heating Cooling open micro sprints out onto the track. Open Outlaw Karts, rather. Still getting used to that one, but good to see a few more cars come out for this one.
Rest in peace, the admin sheet. I don't know where it went.
It was here. Somebody threw it out. Somebody came in here and despises us.
We lose all our paperwork every week. But okay,
I lost the email too, so I can't go reprint it.
We lost absolutely everything. But yeah, I was like, I don't know. It's just, I don't know where it goes. Like, we have it. It's got the ad reads on it. It's not date specific, so it's not like, oh, it's outdated. We can throw it out. Like, our pit notes, yeah, that makes sense. Anything else, that makes sense. But the ad reads are just gone. That's okay.
We need them.
No, that's what. Oh, and then Spencer makes the magic for us, so we look important again.
I just gotta get in the mojo. I gotta memorize the division sponsors. That's about it for me. I got everything else down pat, but I think it's division sponsors I need. But
I mean, it's not the names, because the names are kind of easy. It's like all the lines. But of course, what we started doing is, since we recorded a bunch of them, now Spencer will put them. It's a rolling billboard, so we're all fancy now.
Less work for us.
Exactly. Believe the senior flats are just about to roll out for their round of practice here.
And we should get into heat racing. That'll be exciting.
Yeah.
Change of pace.
I hope so. I've been waiting all day for this. Not really. I was more scared of when I was at the dentist earlier. They kind of freaked me out.
What's wrong with the dentist?
No, it's nothing. It's okay. I don't have a problem with going to the dentist, especially if, to clean your teeth or whatever. And I was going there just to get a checkup, and then I got a cleaning next week. But so the problem is, it's not when they're doing the work on the teeth. It's when just before they start, and especially because if you don't know what's wrong, as soon as they start getting the utensils out, like, I'm not nervous until I see him put the gloves on and he gets that, like, metal mirror, I guess, whatever it is. Like, start looking at your teeth. I'm not scared until they start, and then immediately tense up. And I'm like, oh.
You get the drill.
No, it's not that. That doesn't scare me. It's just annoying. But it's when they start looking around, they start poking around there, and I'm like, okay. But anyway, practice still continues here. We had a yellow flag out. Somebody lost their neck guard. But
Kind of need that.
well, I would hope so.
Safety's important.
Of course.
Safety's all part of it.
Safety is the #1 priority here at GeForce.
Not for us. We're fine.
Well,
But
we want to make sure everybody else is following the rules.
might have to harness you down.
Yeah, I kind of.
3 energy drinks a day.
Yeah, well,
You're
I kinda-
jumping up and down.
Yeah, I like to bounce off the walls here before we go live.
Like, literally, there's a hole in the wall back now.
A hole in the wall. Yeah, well, I'll punch a hole in the wall so we can get popcorn chicken.
Drive through a window.
That's a good idea.
Where's the skip the dishes at when you need it?
You know what? That's a good idea. They should put that in the tech barn at the Big O. Everything's all connected. Like, you're rolling off from your hot laps, you're rolling off from your heat race. You can just roll right up to the window and you can order. That's not a bad solution.
Heat the motor. And
Heat the motor,
get a little
heat the
hungry.
stomach, yeah.
Ah, there we go. Okay. This more box stocks. Guess they're getting another. I don't think they got their hot lap session, so.
Bingo. Okay, I think this is the last round of heats before we go live here. Or sorry, before we go live with racing.
They use like the same
Just about ready to roll out here in that gorgeous Karts Odyssey Clint buggy driven by Superman.
Does he like that nickname? Probably not.
Probably not.
Superman Trevor DeVore.
Well-
It has a ring to it.
It does. Although he doesn't wear the suit or the shirt.
No, he might have it on underneath. I told him to next week, but
We gotta ask him again. That's our
it adds to it, I think.
yeah.
Gives him superpowers. Baby's got to wear it on his race suit on a Friday night. Get that bounty.
Oh, you're right. That's another big thing too that we should talk about. I need to pull up the Facebook post. I can read off the official number. What is it? 60, 61, 50?
Decent bit of money.
$6,000 to beat Ryan Beagle and Dave Bailey in a race. Now, granted, it's hard, but if you can win, you're like quadrupling your winnings.
Oh, I know, right? Adds a little bit to it.
It's like, wow.
Adds incentive.
Yeah, how many people do you think are going to come from out of town tomorrow to try and take it? And how long do you think it'll stay up? Probably not too long.
Well, I think I heard at the end of the year, nobody ends up beating them.
They get to split
They get to
it.
split the money.
Yeah.
So I think that definitely adds to the competition, right? Like,
Oh, definitely. But
maybe, maybe we'll try and race harder.
maybe it means I'll have to hop in a Thunderstock and try and go for it.
Next week on Friday Night Prime,
That's
Jackson Jeffrey, McLean Kalman try and take down Beagle and Bailey.
I think we could do it.
No. You think we could do it?
You should have seen my micro sprint racing days.
How many feature wins do you have?
We don't talk about that. I got so close.
Where's the trophy, though? Yeah. Uh-huh.
That's anyway. Yeah, let's not talk about that. I always came in second or third. I was a consistent podium runner
Consistency's key.
out of 3 cars. No, out of 4 cars.
Hey, you gotta start somewhere.
I was good, and then I quit. I don't know why.
Too good for this.
Yeah.
He traded it for the microphone.
Yeah, I don't. I don't know which one was worse. Let me get behind on the steering wheel, or let me get behind a microphone. Yeah. I didn't realize that we were joking too much. Anyway, rolling out for Heat 1B of the Mobile 1 beginners here. Rolling off first, it's Austin Van Houten in the 20. Rolling off second, it's Grayson Hess in the 7G. Rolling off third is the 78M of Millie Miller. Rolling off fourth is the 24 Cora Miracle. Rolling off fifth is the 27 of Maverick Cheechuk. Sixth is Jax McDonald in the 87. And rounding out seventh is Grace Gledhill in the 17. Made a bit of a mistake there.
We got too caught up.
Yeah, we were too
one.
busy. I didn't. We don't give any cues.
Green flag is out. Heat race number 2 for the Mobile 1 beginners. Van Houten leads him into corners 1 and 2.
Millie Miller in second place there. Rolling in second. Getting a bit of heat from the 27 of Maverick Cheechuk there in third. That's the battle that everybody's got their eyes on. Van Houten starting to come away with the lead here. And Millie Miller starts to pull away there from the 27 of Maverick Cheechuk, but Cheechuk has got some bad, fast speed there coming down the backstretch.
Cheechuk all over the back end of that 78M as they work their way through corners 1 and 2. Cheechuk still down on the bottom following the 78M.
Now Grace Gledhill in the 17 will try and make some moves for that third place spot. Cheechuk on the outside line here. They're going to pass some lap traffic. Millie Miller goes in the middle and threads the needle, and Grace Gledhill comes out with second place.
2 laps left to go for Van Houten, car number 20. Grace Gledhill sending in the second spot. Battle for third here between Millie Miller and Maverick Cheechuk.
Cheechuk starting to hold on to that spot. That group starts to spread it a little bit. One more time around for Van Houten in the 20 as he'll go by some lap traffic there. Grace Gledhill's got one last chance coming down the backstretch to hold on to the spot, but it's all Austin Van Houten in Heat Race 1B.
Gledhill picks up the second spot over Cheechuk, and that'll conclude round number 1 for the Mobile 1 beginners. Up next, the Doty Creek Agricultural Services box stocks. 2 sets of heats for them. Heat 1A, Heat 1B, 8 laps the distance. Starting on the pole for this one in car number 88, that's Riley Mercer, and his outside in car number 15G, that is Grayson Belohin. Holding off to the third spot, car number 9, that's Braden Pettit, and his outside in car number 4, that is Emmett Speck. Rolling off to the fifth spot in the O2C, that's Cecil Burbage, and his outside in car number 94, that is Georgia Hookert. And rolling off to the 7th spot, car number 51, that is Grayson Lozen, and his outside in the 17W, that's Nixon DeCuman. Rolling off to the 9th spot, car number 816, that's Aiden Austin, and his outside in car number 09, that's Casey Walker. And rounding out the field in the 07S, that's Bentley Slider.
This is setting up to be a good heat race here. Watching the back for Bentley Slider. I think he's going to make some good moves here. Coming to the green flag here for Braden Pettit. And here we go for the first heat race for these Doty Creek Agricultural box stocks.
Down the max straightaway, Pettit leads him into corners 3 and 4. Burge down to the inside, trying to look for the second spot. Now going on to first.
Cecil Burbridge in that 0-2C there, rolling out front. Emmett Speck in the Flamin' 4 on the outside in fourth there. They got an intense battle for third place, almost 3 wide there. Braden Pettit and Grayson Malohin there. Malohin jumps out to the lead. Now Grayson Lozen is trying to make some action there on Pettit.
Hooker looking to get in the mix, now battling with Emmett Speck there for the fourth spot. Speck to the outside, going down the max straightaway. Hooker still holding on.
Hooker holding on tough, has got a rear view mirror full of Emmett Speck in the 4. Out front, it's all Cecil Burbridge, and now Lawson is going to try and make some moves on Malohin.
Lawson looks to the inside of the 15G. Can't make anything happen there down the front straightaway as they work their way down the max straightaway now. Lawson down to the inside, side by side. 2 laps left to go for Burbridge. Lawson now in the second spot.
Lawson starting to make some space there on Malohin. Hooker following there in third. Hooker's now going to try and face some heat of Emmett Speck there. One more time around for your leader, Cecil Burbridge.
Burbridge picks up the Gulf Depot white flag one more time around on the max straightaway now. He'll pick up heat race number 1A over Lawson and Malohin in the third spot.
Hooker will roll home in fourth, and Emmett Speck there in fifth. That was a good heat race. Always, the Box Docs always put on a great show.
Heat 1B up next. 11 cars in that group. You right there?
No, I've been dealing with a cold all week.
That's the worst.
I know that I thought it would be better on Tuesday, and I thought it would be better on Wednesday, and I thought it would be better on today. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Heat 1B out onto the racetrack, starting on the pole for this one in car number 77. That's Declan Salt Johnson, and his outside in car number 72. Then a Silas Podowinski. Rolling off for the third spot in the 18G, that's Grayson Palace, and his outside of the 14, that's Diesel Montour. Rolling off for the fifth spot, car number 28, that's Hunter Hill, and his outside in the 7M, that's Michael Time. Rolling off for the seventh spot in the 02, that's Everett Burbridge, and his outside in car number 81, that's Lincoln Obadiah. And rolling off for the ninth spot in the 15X, that's Austin Dickinson, and his outside, starting in the 10th spot, the 24S, Sadie Probelli, and rounding out the field, Jacob Yates, the 12J.
Declan Salt Johnson and Silas Podowinski jump out to a big lead there on the rest of the pack. Diesel Montour in the 14, he's making some moves on the outside, and now Grayson Palace, they go 3 wide into turn 3 and 4.
Montour to the outside of Palace, going into corners 1 and 2. Palace still sitting in the second spot. Everett Burbridge now sticking his nose in the mix.
Burbridge gets a bit of an edge there on Diesel Montour. Montour falls back to fourth, is now facing some heat from Hunter Hill and Michael Tunn there. Out front, it's all Silas Podowinski, and now Everett Burbridge in second place. He's starting to face some action there from the 18G.
Palace trying to reel in the 0-2 of Everett Burbridge. Little battle for fourth there going on. Hunter Hill down to the inside of Montour, gone on the back straightaway.
Montour on the outside, Hill on the inside, now facing some heat from Michael Tunn. Tunn will swoop back and steal that spot from Diesel Montour, and now the whole top 10 is starting to spread out here.
Burbridge reeling in the 72 of Podowinski, going into corners 3. 2 laps left to go for Podowinski. Burbridge all over the tail end.
Burbridge has got some bad, fast speed there. You can see he's starting to get all on the back bumper there. The 7-2 of Silas Podowinski coming around for the Golf Depot white flag one more time around, and they're side by side. Burbridge is starting to have his nose there.
Burbridge down to the inside on the max straightaway. Your new leader, Podowinski, sitting in the second spot. Hunter Hill now into the third spot. Burbridge picks up the win over Podowinski, and Hunter Hill in the third spot.
Grayson Palace and Michael Tunn will finish 4th and 5th. Diesel Montour rolls off in 6th, and Sadie Probelli there in 7th, I believe. Great running here for these first 2 heats for the Box Docs. And next up should be the Cadet or Novice Flats. So, like we said when we started this season, we divided up the Junior Flats into 2 divisions because we had a bit of a gap between flat kart drivers who were good enough, were too good for the juniors, but weren't good enough for the seniors yet. So that's where we created the intermediate or the cadet novices. But right now rolling out for heat number 1, starting first in the 72 is Declan Ellis, and rolling off second in the 4 is Charles Stewart. Rolling off third in the 27 is Daxton Ellis, and rolling off fourth in the 67 is Woody Nanherney. Rolling off fifth and rounding out the field is the 51 of Evan Sauter. Field slowly pacing around here. 8 laps the distance for this first heat race. And we're going to stop him here on the front stretch to get him figured out. Ooh, a little bit of contact there. Trying to bring him to the stop.
Correct. 72-4, 27-6.
3 wide there on the first straightaway.
He said, racing hasn't even got started yet. This is awesome.
Start him 3 wide.
Start him 4 wide. I always wondered what would happen if they did that. Like,
I was watching some sprint car race on Flow and they did it.
started them 4 wide?
Not 4 wide. I think it was like maybe 3. I forget what it was called. I forget where it was, but
Like the Narc King of the West series or something like that, probably.
yeah, bro. I can't remember. It was, I think, last year. I'm not too sure, but I thought it was interesting.
I mean,
I've never seen it before.
might make some good racing, but it also added a lot of, I can only imagine, it just must suck to be a driver in the middle there.
Yeah.
Coming to the green flag here. Declan Ellis is going to lead him going off into the turn. Oh, and it looks like Evan Sauter jumps out to a massive lead there in that 51. He's immediately starting to pull away from the rest of the pack.
All spread out here so far.
Looks like that 27 of Daxton Ellis is rolling in second. Still got a massive gap to catch up there to Evan Sauter. And then in third place, it's at 67 of Woody Nanherney.
Sauter reaching the tail end of the field here. Cross flags out, halfway done, halfway to go.
He'll go around Declan Ellis in that 72 machine, and he's starting to fly there. Evan Sauter's got almost a full straightaway lead to Daxton Ellis.
Two laps left to go for Evan Sauter there in car number 51.
Daxton Ellis there rolling through in second. Nat Hurdy in third there is going to pass through some lap traffic, but coming to the Golf Depot white flag one more time around for your leader Evan Sauter, and he'll get the win in heat race number 1.
And Daxton Ellis in the second spot. And Nadhimi in third.
That'll round out this first round of heats for these cadet novices. Getting ready to roll out next are the junior 3s. So this is that division that were too good for the juniors, but not good enough for the seniors. I shouldn't say good enough, I should say experienced.
I'm not too sure what the age gaps are.
Yeah, me neither.
Junior 3 flats out onto the racetrack. Starting on the pole for this one out of Hagersville in car number 44B, that's Shakira Miracle. And her outside of Smithville in the 15W, that's Nate Weidrich. Rolling off for the third spot at a Wilsonville in the 28, that's Kaylin Walker. And her outside at a Brantford in car number 13, that's Rylan Huffman.
One more time around here for Miracle in that 44 machine. Nate Weidrich has been bad fast here when he shows up on these Outlaw Thursdays, so I'm excited to see what he's going to have in this heat race. For all pacing around here, coming to the green flag.
Miracle leads him down the back straightaway. Weidrich sitting in the second spot, working their way through corners 3 and 4. Weidrich down to the inside. Both your leader.
Miracle trying to pull away, but Weidrich there in that 15W, he's holding on there. Miracle gets a little bit squirrely there, manages to keep it together, but that allows for Weidrich to catch up, and he's got his nose to the tail of the 44B.
Weidrich trying that outside line on Miracle, cuts down to the bottom, sticks his nose there to the inside, and he'll lead.
Forces Miracle wide there, and that allows for the 13 of Rylan Huffman to get his nose in the action. Their top three all kind of bunched together. Now we see Wiedrich there in the 15 starting to spread her a little bit, and Rylan Huffman's going to try and make himself competitive on the tail end of that 44B.
Battle for second there. Miracle trying to hold on from the 13 of Huffman as they work their way through corners 1 and 2 now. Miracle trying to really end that 15W with 2 laps left to go.
Wiedrich starting to pull away there from the top three. Not too much going on in that battle for second place. Golf Depot white flags out one more time around for that green mean 15W machine and Nate Wiedrich. He'll take it around the backstretch for the final time. Miracle and Huffman not have anything for that 15W, and he'll get the win in this heat race.
Outlaw Karts on GeForce TV is presented by Mobile One. For more than 50 years, Mobile One has led the way in synthetic motor oil technology, delivering outstanding performance and protection for engines around the world. From everyday vehicles to championship-winning race cars, Mobile One keeps engines running at their best. And Doty Creek, the box stock Outlaw Kart division, is presented by Doty Creek Agricultural Services. Specializing in custom farm services, Yetter farm equipment, and precision planter sales and service. Doty Creek Agricultural Services helps local farms maximize performance in the field. William Brother Heating and Cooling open Outlaw Karts onto the racetrack now. 10 laps of distance for their heat race starting on the pole for this one. In car number 17Z, that's Zaid Miller, and to his outside at Harrisburg. Car number 71, that's Ryan Wilson. Rolling off to the third spot at Hagersville in car number 24K, that's Kiana Teal. And her outside at Dorchester in car number 7, that's Jack Smulders. Rolling off for the fifth spot in 0J at a Six Nations, it's the Iceman, Johnny Miller. And his outside at a Bowlin in car number 96, that's Brennan Hager. And rounding out the field in the 7th spot at a Norwich, the 97, that's Andy Gray.
Andy Gray's always good to watch here for these open Outlaws with that smaller wing. And I think we were talking about that too with the, I believe it's the smaller engine size too, right?
Yeah, it's just a smaller kart in general. Not too sure what the specs are on it, but definitely a smaller kart. It looks more like a box stock than it does an open.
I believe it was a box stock because he did run in that division last year, so making the jump up.
I believe the other track out in Tilsonburg, I believe they run whatever he's running right now. And obviously we don't have any more of them, so just throw them in here with these guys, and it works.
Well,
there's no sense in having him run around by himself, right? So it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Paced around here, always put on a good show, these open Outlaw Karts. Kiana Teal and Ryan Wilson. Ryan Wilson would like to continue his winning streak and make it 3 in a row. Here, coming to the Golf Depot white flag one more time around for the 24K and the 71.
Ten laps the distance for this one. Kiana Teal, Wilson on the front row for this one. Down the max straightaway for the final time. Carter Long, the green flag in hand, ready to set them loose as they make their way off a floor.
Green flags out here, and Kiana Teal will immediately launch out to a lead there on the rest of the field. Ryan Wilson trying to follow behind, and now Johnny Miller and Jack Smulders are duking it out for the third place spot coming around.
Teal leads lap number 1. Wilson chases her down to corners 1 and 2, trying to stick the nose down to the bottom, down the max straightaway.
Kiana Teal's running really high there on that outside line, and Wilson's kind of sticking to the inside. Teal's still holding out to a lead here. Now Jack Smulders in third. He's starting to get a bit of space there on Johnny Miller and Brendan Hager. Hager there now gets the lead and takes that edge of that 4th place spot on Johnny Miller.
Miller and Hager still going at it there for their 4th spot. Miller keeping it nice down onto the bottom, Hager running the top.
These are the karts you really got to watch when they lose that bottom line, because they use so much more of the track that you don't see with the rest of them. Just watch all of them run up super high there on the outside line, and it's seen to work for drivers like Kiana Teal. She's got a great lead and is managing to hold off Ryan Wilson by using that high line.
4 to go this time by for Teal. Wilson still chasing her there. Not able to reel in that 24K. Teal almost loses it, grabs it back up. Allows for Wilson to gain some ground on it.
She's still got a little bit of space there to the 71, but Wilson, yeah, he is catching up. The field is now going to start to face some of the lap traffic there. And it seems like Jack Smolders is caught up to the 71 of Ryan Wilson, also using that outside line. They're gaining a lot of speed, but now Brendan Hager's trying to join in on the mix with Smolders.
Teal now getting around some of the lap traffic there. Golf Depot white flag is out one more time around. Wilson still sitting in the second spot. Hager trying to reel in the 7 machine.
Teal buried in the lap traffic, threads the needle, and she'll pick up the heat race win. And Smolders will come home in second as Wilson seems to have some problems.
Wilson got slow there on the front straightaway. He creeps down the back straightaway.
Something doesn't seem too right there as he slowly paces around here, and it looks like he's going to come to a stop just in between turn 3 and 4.
Not too sure what happened there. He just lost all his speed there on the front straightaway. And,
yeah, just kind of putted across the line there. And they're going to push him off as we get ready to go for the first senior flat heat. Rolling off first here, 8 laps of distance. Starting first in the 78 is Matt Reed, and in second in the 66W, it's Grant Matchett. Rolling off third in the 42, it's Jack McPhail, and in fourth, the 44, is Robbie General. Rolling off fifth in the 88 is Rowan Reed, and rolling off sixth, it's Nick Diltz in the 27C. Rolling off seventh is Mike Miller in the 73, and rolling off eighth is the 12 of Nicholas Boyd. Rolling off ninth is Bailey Salt in the 66, and rolling off 10th, rounding out the field, is the veteran Randy Hollingshead in the 77.
Carter Long with the green flag in hand. Heat race number 1 underway.
Reed and Matchett are going to lead them off going into turn number 1. Reed's got a little bit of a head there. Jack McPhail in second. They're starting to get a bit of an edge out there. Robbie General in third. The top 4 all starting to spread away from the rest of the field.
General down to the inside. Reed still your leader down the back straightaway. McPhail singing to the inside looking for the second spot.
Reed is managing to hold off, but everywhere he looks, he's going to face another driver. Robbie General and McPhail are duking it out. McPhail's running on that bottom there. Kind of nudges Robbie General to move out of the way there, and he's got a lock on that second place position.
McPhail now down the inside of Matt Reed. Going into corner 3. Cross flags are out. McPhail, your new leader.
Matt Reed falls to second there. Now he's going to try and face some heat to Robbie General, who dives down the inside, and they take it. Reed falls down to third place, and now McPhail is going to have to face some heat to Robbie General in that 44.
General slowly reeling him in, all over the back bumper of him, down the back straightaway. 2 laps left to go for McPhail.
General still using that banking to try and pick up some extra speed there. Seems to work as he's went from 4th to 2nd. Trying to take on Jack McPhail. They're coming to the Golf Depot white flag one more time around for that 42. Can Robbie General take that spot, or will McPhail hold on?
And McPhail picks up the win over Robbie General. Matt Reed in the 3rd spot. Rowan Reed and then Randy Hollingshead the top 5.
What a good race there. Exciting to watch. And like we were talking about, these drivers, especially as the Karts pick up fast, they use more of the track there. You can see it in drivers like Robbie General, even McPhail there, just using that extra high banking to kind of get a great run and to thrash it right down on the inside. Seems to be working here. So it's going to be exciting to see, especially as the track starts to drive a little bit more. Seems like we're getting a little bit of sun here. And now the beginners are rolling out for their second round heats, rolling off first in the 26, or 6 laps of distance. Rolling off first in the 96, it's Jolene Hookert, and in second in the 18, it's Kane McAllister. Rolling off third in the 52, it's Lucian Anthony, and rolling off fourth in the 7, it's Christopher Young. Rolling off fifth in the 24E, it's Easton Hill, and rolling off sixth in the 88X, it's Oakley Jameson. Rolling off seventh in the 28, it's Kayla Walker, and rounding out the field in the 00 Junior, it's Aubrey Petter.
We got the lineup for this one, Don.
I'm not going to talk about that.
We apologize for that one. That was a mistake on our end. We just totally checked out there, and
you're like, what? Oh.
Spencer had to get us back on track there.
Yeah. Definitely if for any time we're going to be off the rocker beat today, running to lead, Kane McAllister is already making himself competitive with Jolene Hooker in that 96.
McAllister down the max straight away. He'll lead the minute corners 3 and 4. He'll lead lap number 1.
Lucian Anthony in that 52, in that new wing and number. He's holding off that second place spot. And Kane McAllister, it is all him out in front. He is starting to rocket off with the lead.
Anthony got a little loose there in corner number 4. Hill got collected in there, but that are still on all 4 wheels. And back racing, cross flags, 3 to go for McAllister.
Jolene Hooker is also all in her own world there. Oakley Jamieson in 3rd. And then it's Lucian Anthony in the 52, Christopher Young, Easton Hill, and Kaylin Walker there, all bunched up towards the rear end of the field.
Golf Depot white flag is out for McAllister. Hooker still sitting in the 2nd spot. Jamieson in the 3rd.
Hooker rolling around for the final time. Kane McAllister is going to take the win in a dominant race here. Hooker rolling around. She'll take 2nd place in the 96, and Oakley Jamieson rounding out in 3rd. Who's going to have it coming to the line in 4th? Lucian Anthony will manage to hold on, and Easton Hill will take it in 5th. Kane McAllister spotting that 18. Outlaw Karts on GeForce TV is presented by Aero Pest Control. If unwanted pests have moved in, Aero Pest Control has the solution. For more than 30 years, they've provided safe and effective pest control services for homes and businesses across southwestern Ontario. And by McHugh Supply. With over 160 years of experience, McHugh Supply has become one of Ontario's most trusted wholesale distributors of HVAC and home comfort products.
Global 1 Beginners Heat 2B out onto the racetrack. Sits last the distance. Jackson Jeffrey through lineup.
Rolling off first is Grace Gledhill in that 17, and in second it's the 87 of Jackson McDonald. Rolling off third, it's the 27 of Maverick Chichok, and in fourth it's the 24 of Corbin Miracle. Rolling off fifth, then it's Millie Miller in the 78M, and in sixth it's the 7G of Grayson Hessen. Rounding out the field in the 20, it's Austin Van Houten. Green flags out, and Grace Gledhill, she'll rocket out to a lead going into turn 1 and 2.
Chichok in the 2nd spot. Got a bit of a battle there for 3rd. Miller and Van Houten. Van Houten to the outside. He'll take the 3rd spot.
Van Houten start from the back, has rocketed to 3rd already, and he's got no plans of stopping. He'll go to work on trying to catch up to the 27 of Maverick Chichok, but out front it's all Grace Gledhill.
Van Houten and Chichok battling it out there for the 2nd spot. Into corner number 3, Van Houten down to the inside, trying to creep his nose. 3 wide into corner 1. Van Houten, your new leader.
Van Houten just threads the needle and rockets away there. Grace Gledhill's now going to lose that 2nd place spot to Maverick Chichok. 2 laps to go for the orange and black 20 machine, and now Maverick Chichok is duking it out for 2nd with Grace Gledhill.
Down the back straightaway now, Gledhill still sitting in the 2nd spot. Golf Depot white flags out for Van Houten. Chichok keeps it under the ramps, but had to go down to the pylons and all the mud.
Van Houten will skirt by some lap traffic there. Grace Gledhill following in suit. Van Houten will get the win. Grace Gledhill goes super wide there. She'll take 2nd, and Maverick Chichok will hold on to take 3rd place.
That'll end the Global 1 Beginners Heat Racing for the night. Up next, the Doty Creek Agricultural Services box stocks. 2 more heat races for them, 8 laps the distance. Starting on the pole for this one in the 07S, that's Bentley Slider, and to his outside the 09, that's Casey Walker. Rolling off to the 3rd spot in the 816, that's Aiden Austin, and to his outside in the 17W, that is Nixon DeCuman. Rolling off from the 5th spot in the 51, that's Grayson Lawson, and to his outside of the 94, that is Georgia Hooker. Rolling off to the 7th spot in the 02C, that's Cecil Burbridge, and to his outside of the 4, that's Emmett Speck. Rolling off to the 9th spot in the 9 car, that's Braden Pettit, and his outside the 15G, that is Grayson Malohin, and rounding out the field in the 88, that's Riley Mercer. Hasn't showed up for both of his heat races, so not sure what that's about. Green flag is out.
Slider will jump out there, leading them, but Casey Walker in the 09 machine there, side by side, going down the back stretch. Top three all starting to spread out from the back of the field there, but there's a lot of fast drivers there in that second group.
Slider leads him into corners 1 and 2, 3 wide there for the second spot. Lawson still there. Hookert, Walker, and Austin all battling.
Hooker there on Grayson Lawson for that 51 position there. Lead all locked up as the field starts to single file out, coming down the back. Show the 51 gets a little bit squirrely, and that allows for Hooker to take the lead going into turn 1 and 2.
Malloy, Heen, and Walker duking it out down the max straightaway. Malloy, Heen now in the third spot. Cross flags out. 4 laps left to go for Hookert.
Hookert there's got to hold on to the 51. Don't forget a bunch of bad fast drivers there. Grayson Malloy, Heen, Cecil Burbage there. There's a lot of big-time names in this box stock division. Just a little bit far behind. Not too much longer left to go there for Georgia Hookert. She goes down the back stretch, still holding on to that lead, coming to the Golf Depot white flag.
2 to go for Hookert there over Lawson. Grayson Malloy still sitting in the third spot. Golf Depot white flag is out for Hookert.
Now one more time around for Hookert in that 94. Grayson Malloy trying to make himself a part of the challenge. They've all caught up to the lead. Coming around for the final time. Hookert in the 94 will take it around there. And who got it at the checker flag? Lozen in the 51 will take the width there, just by a hair.
That was a good end of that heat race there for Heat 2A. Up next, Heat 2B. All lined up and ready to go. Still getting the box stocks off the racetrack there.
What a finish there. Lozen just by a hair as Heat 2B starts to roll off.
On the pole for this one in the 12J, that's Jacob Yates. And his outside in the 24S, that's Sadie Probelli. Rolling on for the third spot in the 15X, that's Austin Dickinson. And his outside of the 81, that's Lincoln Obadiah. Rolling on for the fifth spot in the 02, that's Everett Burbridge. And his outside in the 7M, that's Michael Tunn. Rolling on for the seventh spot in the 28, that's Hunter Hill. And his outside in the 14, that's Diesel Montour. Rolling on for the 9th spot in the 18G, that's Grayson Palace. And in 10th, car number 72, that's Silas Podowinski. And rounding out the field in the 77, that is Declan Sol-Johnson.
Coming to the green flag here, Yates and Probelli will lead him off. Probelli in that pink 24S will jump out to a lead here and will lead the field going on the backstretch by a massive start.
Probelli leads lap number 1. Dickinson, Burbridge battling there for the second spot. Michael Tunn looking to get in the mix.
Dickinson and Burbridge are side by side going there. Dickinson's got the lead going around, and Burbridge will come out with it coming through the turn. Burbridge has got a lot of speed there coming out of the turns.
Burbridge now trying to track down the 24S of Sadie Probelli. Little contact there between Michael Tunn and Dickinson down the front straightaway. Tunn pulls away in the third spot.
Probelli there holding out in front. Dickinson and Silas Podowinski are duking it out. Oh, we got a bit of contact there on the front straightaway. Grayson Palace and the 14 of Diesel Montour. That'll draw the yellow flag here in this heat race. No, it looks like we're going to stay green rolling around as everybody keeps it rolling. Sadie Probelli and Everett Burbridge will pass through some lap traffic. 2 laps left to go for that 24S. Can she hold off Burbridge in that 02?
Down the back straightaway, Carter Long going to show the Golf Depot white flag. Burbridge sticks his nose down to the inside. Going through corners 1 and 2. Burbridge, your leader down the back straightaway.
Burbridge almost makes contact with that pylon, threads the needle there, coming to the checker flag, and he's going to steal the win from Sadie Probelli there.
Michael Tunn in the third spot. 3 wide there down the front straightaway, 4-4.
That was another crazy heat race there. And Everett Burbridge in that 02 will hold on and take the win. Taking a look at the replay there, just coming down the front stretch. Burbage threads the needle there and will come out with the lead racing down the back. As you can see, the Cadet Novice Flats getting ready to roll up for their second 8-lap heat for the night.
Got a piece of pizza there on the front end of the 67 machine.
It's one interesting looking ride to say the least. Rolling off first is Evan Sauter in the 51, and in second, it's the 67 of Woody Nenherney. Rolling off third in the 27, it's Daxon Ellis, and in fourth, it's the 4 of Charles Stewart. And rounding up the field in fifth is the 72 of Declan Ellis. Golf Depot white flags out one more time around here for Evan Sauter and Nat Herney before we send him off for 8 laps of battle.
We do apologize if we're saying your name wrong. So I'm sure we are. We're saying somebody's name wrong.
Usually I don't like to apologize until somebody comes up and goes, oh, by the way, you're saying the name wrong. I'm like, oh, shoot. Because you never know, because sometimes it's right, sometimes it's wrong.
Green flag is out as they work their way through corners 1 and 2. Sauter, your leader.
Sauter's got a bit of an edge there on Ned Herney. Rolling around on that outside line, the 67 and the 51 there. Sauter's got the edge, and he'll lead him after lap number 1. Woody still there in second as Sauter starts to pull away.
Sauter now with a good sized lead over the 67 machine. Battle for third there going on.
Yeah, Charles Stewart there in third, trying to hold off that 27 machine of Daxton Ellis, and Ellis has got the lead now, and he'll start to pull away from Stewart.
Sauter now making his way through the lap traffic there. Battle for second there going on between Nat Herney and Ellis.
Ellis takes that second place spot, and now Nat Herney will fall to third here. 2 laps left to go for your leader, Evan Sauter, and the rest of the field will start to go by some lap traffic here.
Golf Depot white flag is out for Sauter. Ellis still sitting in the second spot, and Nat Herney in third.
Sauter will take the win in Heat Race 2. And challenged by none, Daxton Ellis will come home second, and Woody Nat Herney in third.
Outlaw Karts on GeForce TV is presented by Action Transmission. Since 1987, Action Transmission has delivered expert transmission diagnostics, repairs, and service. With locations in Brantford, Simcoe, and Woodstock, they're ready to keep your vehicle performing its best. And Runway Energy. Locally owned and customer focused, Runway Energy provides fuels, lubricants, HVAC services, furnaces, water heaters, and home comfort solutions throughout the region. Junior 3 flats out onto the racetrack for their second heat race of the night. 8 laps the distance on the pole for this one. Out of Brantford, car number 13, that's Rylan Huffman, and his outside out of Wilsonville in the 28, that's Caitlin Walker. Rolling off the third spot at Smithville in the 15W, that's Nate Weidrich, and rounding out the field at Hagersville in the 44B, that's Shakira Miracle.
Green flag is out here for these Junior 3 flats, and already Huffman will jump out to a bit of a lead, but is facing some heat there from Kaylin Walker in that 28.
Huffman leads lap number 1, going through corners 1 and 2. Walker to the outside, leading into corner 3 and 4. Huffman still down at the bottom. Walker, your new leader.
Walker holding on to that lead, but is still trying to face some heat. Now Shakira Miracle is trying to make herself involved here in the race, trying to get there, and she'll steal that second place spot there from Huffman. Out front, it's all Kaylin Walker, though, as she starts to pull away.
Battle for second there between Huffman and Miracle. Cross flags out, 4 laps left to go.
Walker will start to pull away from the rest of the field. Then it's Shakira Miracle, and she'll start to do the same there on that 13 of Rylan Huffman. Nate Weidrich having a tough time battling here as he's in third place and only now making a move there, and in an intense battle there for third.
2 to go for Walker, who's got a good sized lead over Miracle, Weidrich, and Careful there, still battling for the second spot. Weecher down to the inside, trying to stick the nose going into the corner. A little bit of bump there, but keeping it under cool.
Weeder goes to make some contact. Yeah, they both get a little bit squirrely there. Kaylin Walker takes the Golf Depot white flag one more time around, and she'll get the heat race win here. Who's going to come home? They're all bunched up together, and it looks like Weeder will take the win here in heat race 2. By a hair.
That'll conclude the Junior 3 Flats heat racing for the night. Up next, the Williams Brother Heating and Cooling Open Micro Sprints as they make their way onto the racetrack.
One final heat race for them, and one final heat race for these senior flats, and then we'll go to a very short intermission. A breather, you can almost call it. I wouldn't even say it's an intermission. Bathroom break. That's what I'm
Just
doing.
enough for your body break.
Exactly. That's all I need. Rolling off here, just getting everybody fired up.
Still a few carts missing. Believe they are. Just getting them fired up. Wilson did have troubles there in his last heat race, so we'll see if he makes it back out here.
Keontae rolling off, and yep, here comes Wilson there. Keontae, who races Friday nights also in a crate sprint. Getting some extra reps here in preparation for the Big O here at the Little O.
10 laps to distance, starting on the pole for this one. At a Norwich at car number 97, that's Andy Gray. And his outside at a Weldon at car number 96, that's Brennan Hager. Rolling off to the third spot at a Six Nations in the 0J, it's the Iceman, Johnny Miller. And his outside at a Dorchester in car number 7, that's Jack Smulders. Rolling off the fifth spot at a Hagersville in the 24K, that's Kiana Teal. And her outside at Harrisburg in 71, that's Ryan Wilson. And rounding out the field in the 17Z, that's Zayden Miller.
Field pacing around here as Ryan Wilson was stopped there in the turn. He was having a bit of problems there. Didn't barely finish that feature race there. And looks like it should be good as they'll get him rolling around.
It's getting a little chilly in here.
I know. Cool.
The weather doesn't help.
Yeah.
It's a little chilly there outside. Thought it was summer too.
I know,
Come
yeah.
on.
Isn't July in like 2 weeks?
Everybody's in like hoodies and pants. Weird.
I'm off my rocker today. if any day were to be messed up, it's
the
definitely
rain and messed you up.
It's everything.
Got you going bonkers over there.
I feel like I'm crazy every time I put on the headset, really.
It might be the 3 energy drinks you consume, but Golf Depot white flag is out one more time around. Johnny Miller not out here.
Yeah, don't know what ails him there, that 0J machine. Anyway, rolling down the backstretch here, Andy Gray and Brendan Hager will lead him off for 10 laps.
Green flag is out. Hager leads him down the back straightaway. Smulders in second. Wilson to the outside in the fourth spot now.
Hager starting to pull away from the lead. Kiana Teal is trying to get that second place spot from Jack Smulders. Ryan Wilson there. He's trying to make himself competitive as the top 4 there all spread out and ripping away for the rest of the field.
Smulders trying to reel in the 96 of Brennan Haggard on the max straightaway. Teal still sitting in the third spot over Ryan Wilson.
Hager's got that 96 hooked up in this final heat race for the Open Outlaws. Smulders using that high line, trying to get a little closer. Doesn't quite have it yet on Hager. Hager still holding out. Top 4 all evenly bunched out from each other. And Hager's just got so much speed there on the backstretch.
5 laps left to go for Brennan Hager. The top 4 kind of all single file right now. See if somebody wants to get some action going.
Yeah, everybody's just kind of playing defense, keeping it cool right now, trying to run a good line, especially in this track, adapting for this second heat race. Not too much longer left for Brendan Hager, and Jack Smulders seems to be getting closer, but it's not quite close enough to make a move yet. And it looks like now he's finally close enough, but just as I say that, Hager starts to pull away.
2 laps left to go for Brennan Hager. Smulders definitely reeling in the 96 machine. Down the max straightaway. Yellow flags out. Wilson stopped on corner number 4.
believe might be some related problems to what he was struggling with in the last heat race that had him stall across the finish line. I believe they're just going to push him off the track, and that'll end his heat race. See him point the finger to go off the track there. Sucks for your two-time winner here this season already, and looks like his dominance early on here in Outlaw Thursdays might be put on hold tonight, but anything can happen in these open Outlaw karts.
Still 2 laps left to go for Brennan Hager. Moves Kiana Teal up to the 3rd spot. Golf Depot white flag. One more time so we can set him loose.
Yeah, Brennan's been dominant all race here. He's had such a good run so far. It's good to see for him as he's been struggling to start the season off. So this will definitely put him on a good note if he can hold off Smolders and Teal there.
Green flag is back out. 2 laps left to go for Hager.
Immediately starts to spread out as the field starts to gap a little bit. Golf Depot white flags out. One more time for Brendan Hager. Can he hold off Jack Smolders?
Down the match straightaway for the final time. Hager picks up heat race number 2 over Jack Smolders and Kiana Teal.
Good stuff for Brendan Hager there. He'll get the win and take it one more time around for a cool lap before we get ready for the final heat race. Outlaw Karts on GeForce TV is presented by Hertz Truck Center. When quality workmanship matters, trust Hertz Truck Center. Known for attention to detail and exceptional service, Hertz keeps trucks and fleets operating at their best. And KJ Made. KJ Made helps brands, race teams, and businesses stand out with custom apparel, merchandise, and promotional products. No templates, no shortcuts, just custom gear designed to get noticed.
Senior flats now onto the racetrack for their 8-lap heat race. Final heat race of the night.
Yeah, final heat race here. Coming to the Golf Depot white flag. Your starting lineup for 8 laps. Bailey Salt rolling off first in the 66. And in second, it's the 12 of Nicholas Boyd. Rolling off third in the 73, it's Mike Miller. And in fourth, it's the 27C of Nick Diltz. Rolling off fifth, it's Rowan Reed in the 88. And in sixth, it's the 44 of Robbie General. Rolling off 7th is Jack McPhail in the 42, and rolling off 8th in the 66W, it's Grant Matchett. Rolling off 7th, it's Matt Reed in the 78, and rounding out the field in 10th, it's the 77 of Randy Hollingshead.
Green flag is out, 8 laps to go. Boyd leads him into corners 1 and 2.
Boyd jumping out to a big lead here as the entire field is all bunched up there. Robbie General in that 3rd place spot, holding on.
Boyd with a good lead there over 2nd place spot. Robbie General, Rowan Reed trying to get her nose there into the mix for the 3rd spot.
Rowan Reed is side by side there with Bailey Salt, who falls back to 3rd place there. Now Matt Reed's trying to get in on the action there. That battle for 4th place out front, it's all Nicholas Boyd.
Top 3 all spread out here so far. Matt Reed, Randy Hollingshead there battling it for the 4th spot. Cross flags out. Boyd slows down there on the front straightaway. General, your new leader.
Rowan Reed there holding on to that 3rd place spot for Boyd. Robbie General there starting to pull away from the rest of the field. Randy Hollingshead there. He's making some contact there with Jack McPhail for that 4th place spot. And top 5 all single filed out.
2 laps left to go for Robbie General. Reed and Boyd duking it out there for the 2nd spot. Hollingshead trying to get his nose into the mix. There's Jack McPhail too.
Golf Depot white flags out one more time around for Robbie General. And he's got a full straightaway lead, and they're 4 wide. They're back for 2nd place.
General picks up the win. Very good battle here for 2nd. Rowan Reed picks up the 2nd spot over Boyd. It's kind of a mess from there out. Gonna have a little 2-minute break here. We'll be back for A-Main Racing.
Grand River has a complete line of trailers to suit your needs. We're Canadian-made, built local, and competitive prices, with expert service on all trailer types, custom builds, premium quality, and unbeatable value. Visit Grand River Trailer Sales today.
Outlaw Karts on G-Force TV is presented by Golf Depot, located at 3309 4th Line in Ohsweken. Golf Depot carries top-name golf apparel, clubs, shoes, balls, and accessories. Whether you're a beginner or a seasoned golfer, Golf Depot has you covered. And Strode's Barbecue. For over 80 years, Strode's Barbecue has been serving up the best in barbecue. Whether you need catering, premium grills, accessories, or a great takeout meal, Strode's Barbecue is your destination for everything barbecue. Back here live at Ohsweken Speedway. Did not mean to cue your mic. That's my bad.
Oh, good, no problem. Have to do like an Olympic sprint running here. So, just about getting ready to roll off here for the first feature event of the night in these beginner Outlaw Karts. 12 laps the distance as here they come here. Time for your starting lineup. Rolling off first in the 20, it's Austin Van Houten. And in second, it's Kane McAllister in the 18 machine celebrating his birthday. In third, it's Grace Gledhill in the 17. And in fourth, it's Oakley Jamieson in the 88X. Rolling off fifth, it's the 27 of Maverick Chichuk. And rolling off sixth in the 24E, it's Easton Hill. Rolling off seventh in the 78M, it's Millie Miller. And rolling off eighth in the 96, it's Jolene Hooker. Rolling off ninth in the 52, it's Lucian Anthony. And in 10th, it's Grayson Hess in the 7G. Rolling off 11th in the 7 is Christopher Young. And in 8th, and in 12th, it's the 87 of Jackson McDonald. Rolling off 13th in the 00 Junior, it's Aubrey Penner. And 14th in the 24 of Corbin Miracle. Rounding out the field, and 15th, it's the 28 of Kalen Walker.
Double green flags are out. Van Houten leads us down the front straightaway.
Van Houten will jump out to a lead here. And the entire field starts to get a little bunched up. And we got one making contact there. That'll draw a yellow flag here. Millie Miller.
Did you actually sprint the double here?
Yes.
You do seem a little impressed.
I know. Well, kind of jumping here and then have to like thrash right into it as the yellow flag's out for Millie Miller. Takes out a pylon there. Well, as soon as that heat race finished, I jumped out, sprinted over that building.
You're back. Don't worry. He's back, guys. Little tangled up there with the pylon, but back underway. He was like on top of it.
Yeah,
guess he had something out for it.
Yeah, good to see that pylon stayed in tall, though. But
I believe they're new ones. They're like collapsible, I think, or maybe they're just solid.
No, the collapsible ones don't have the character that the pure rubber ones have.
No, they got destroyed last
That's
year.
what I mean, because they're plastic and they're kind of like that foam. They just get obliterated so much. These, like, at least these full silicone ones or whatever the rubber material they're made out of, they can withstand some hits.
Good thing I need an actual sprint car. That would get a little nasty.
Oh, yeah.
We just put cinder block walls there instead.
Hey, protect keeps us safe.
It does. If you know how to drive, it's not a problem.
Yeah.
Which everybody knows how to drive, so ain't a problem.
That's true. Especially it's a big safety. Compared to like other tracks, you know, there's a lot of big things like photographers and stuff there. I wouldn't say it's dangerous, but you know, a lot of it's definitely a lot less safe, not really having a lot of those barriers at other tracks compared to these ones. So glad to have that, especially for you and I who are in the infield on Friday nights. It's like, whoo.
Just keep your head on a swivel. That's about it.
Yeah.
Like, just be aware.
Exactly.
That's it, really.
Red flag here as they're trying to figure out the lineup for these beginners, of course. I see this a lot of times, though. These beginners, you know, they're new to racing, so we got to get them kind of stopped here to figure everything out. I believe we should be just about good here. But I can tell you, I was outside, and it's getting warmer.
Is it?
A little bit.
It's chilly in here.
It probably doesn't matter anyway, because just as it's starting to get warmer and the clouds are moving away, it's going to get dark.
At least the rain's gone. That's all that matters, really.
Still don't have a bottom line, which is made for some great racing. I said this so many times last year, is I absolutely, okay, rain, don't like the rain. Nobody likes the rain. But I do like when we don't have the bottom line, because it forces drivers to use a lot more of these top lines. Like when we have that bottom line, a lot of these guys just pretty much run the bottom. And honestly, sometimes it gets boring. But when you have these, a lack of bottom lines there, like you can see it there in the senior flats and especially the opens, they use every single inch of the racetrack that they have.
I feel like with the lower divisions, like beginners and block stocks, they're not on edge like they are with the opens. It's a little more like asphalt racing in some aspects where you kind of just have to run the bottom. That's the fastest way around the track, really. But when it comes to a sprint car, you got lines.
Exactly.
Maybe you got a cushion building on the top, you know, but it's a little different here with the lower divisions.
And a lower bit of bank here, too. Not really too much, just by the way the track's configured here. But yellow flag is out, and we should be getting back here. Coming to the green flag, Austin Van Houten and Kay McAllister will lead them off. And already Van Houten is starting to pull away from Kay McAllister, but Kane in that green 18 machine is already starting in. Looks like we got another one running through the infield. He'll keep it rolling though.
Van Houten lead him down the back straightaway. McAllister sitting in the second spot trying to reel in that 20 machine.
Field already coming through on some lap traffic. We got a battle for the lead. Austin Van Houten on the inside, Kane McAllister on the outside. Talk about pavement racing. Kane McAllister, son of Corey McAllister there in that 18. He'll run on that outside line and he'll take the lead going down the front stretch.
McAllister, your new leader as they come up to the slower cars at the back of the pack. Van Houten still trying to reel in that 18 machine to McAllister.
Van Houten's got a lot of speed and McAllister's going to start to get on some lap traffic here, so I wouldn't doubt it if they catch up. And we got another battle. Grace Glenhill, she's rolling in third, nobody around her, and she's having a great night so far.
Van Houten still trying to get by some of the slower cars. McAllister come back to the thick end of the pack here. Slowly.
Driver's starting to try and navigate through some of this slower traffic. It's got to be a war zone out there for Kay McAllister. He's got so many drivers he's got to navigate through, especially fast drivers like Maverick Cheechuk there. He'll go up on the high side to try and pass him. He's threading the needle there.
McAllister weaving out through the rest of the pack there. Almost through the other end. 2 laps left to go for him. Down the front straightaway now. 3 wide going into 1.
Austin Van Houten had some trouble there with the lap traffic trying to pass through. It looks like Kay McAllister will extend his lead down the backstretch. Coming to the Golf Depot white flag one more time around for the birthday boy.
McAllister down the back straightaway for the final time. Works his way through corners 3 and 4. He'll pick up the feature win.
Van Houten will take it. Oh, I believe Van Houten had some problems there. Went for a bit of spin, so Grace Glenhill will take it home in second. And that'll do it for this first feature event of the night, the Mobile One Beginners, as Kane McAllister will take his Slack Lumber victory lap.
18, 17, 88.
Doty Creek Agricultural Services box stocks up next. 22 entries into this one. 15 laps the distance. As the beginners get out onto the racetrack, I'll give you your lineup now. Starting on the pole for this one. In the 02, that's Everett Burbridge. And to his outside of the 51, that's Grayson Lawson. Rolling off for the third spot in the 02C, that's Cecil Burbridge. Into his outside of the 15G, and it's Grayson Beloyheen. Rolling off for the fifth spot in the 72, that's Silas Podowinski. To his outside in the 94, that's Georgia Hookert. Rolling off for the 7th spot in the 7M, that's Michael Tunn. And to his outside in car number 28, that's Hunter Hill. Rolling off for the 9th spot in the 24S, that's Sadie Perbelli. And her outside of car number 4, that's Emmett Speck. Rolling off from the 11th spot in the 18G, and that's Grayson Palace. And to his outside in the 816, that's Aiden Austin. Rolling off the 13th spot or from the 14th spot, rather. No, 13th spot. Braden Tutton, car number 9. And his outside the 15X, that's Austin Dickinson. Rolling off to the 15th spot in the 09, that's Casey Walker. And her outside in the 77, that's Declan Salt Johnson. Diesel Montour starts for the 17th spot, car number 14, Lincoln Obadiah. In the 18th spot, Bentley Slider in the 07S starts 19th. Starting 20th in the 17W, that's Dixon DeCuman. And the final row inside, the 12th J of Jacob Yates and Riley Mercer in the 88 machine, which I believe is not here.
Coming to the Golf Depot white flag, Carter's waving that one around one more time around for Everett Burbridge and Lozen. Two front runners here in this box stock division. This division will always put on a good show. And a lot of heavy hitters starting in the back, so it's going to be exciting to watch them try and claw their way to the front. Keep your eye on Diesel Montour there in that 14, moving up from the beginners. But it's time to go green flag racing for the Doty Creek Agricultural Box Stocks. Double green flags are out. Here we go.
Burbridge down the back straightaway. Cecil Burbridge, Stu in the 2nd spot. Battle for 3rd between Lawson and Malloy Heen. Little bumpy there for the 51 machine. Malloy Heen out of the inside now trying to stick his nose. 51 holds on to the 3rd spot.
Burbridge brothers got a big lead back to Lozen there in the 2nd as the caution flags out. We got two a little squirrely there. Casey Walker and Austin Dickinson.
That'll bring everybody to a halt. Not to get them all lined back up and swim back underway.
Outlaw Karts on GeForce TV is presented by Slack Lumber. When it's time for your next project, make Slack Lumber your first stop. From quality lumber and... oh my gosh. Yeah. Field still rolling around here. Burbridge Brothers, your top 2. Trying to get this lineup figured out. Massive lineup here. Like I said, keep an eye out for Diesel Montour in the 14, and he's already making some good progress there. One of the many drivers who moved up from the beginners last year to the box stocks now are already starting to make some waves there. Field still pacing around here, trying to get the lineup going. Some gorgeous looking box stocks here tonight.
Single file restart for them. Well, the concession stand's open for anybody in attendance, so if you want to head over there and get some delicious food.
Yeah, always. They got some great stuff. They got some popcorn chicken, tater tots, pizza, fried pickles. Anyway, no.
I want some pizza up in there. What's that?
But yeah, if you're here in the grandstands, go and enjoy some good cuisine. Different menu from what they have at the big track on Fridays. Always some good stuff there. Carter Long with the Golf Depot white flag in hand. One more time around before we send these Doty Creek Agricultural Box Stocks.
See what the Burbridge boys have up for us tonight. Hunter Hill trying to get inside the top 5 there. Had some very solid runs, but less fortunate. Carter Long with the green flag in hand, and we are back underway.
Everett Burbridge will lead him off going into turn 1 and 2. Cecil Burbridge following in suit second already. They jumped right out to where they were before the yellow flag was dropped, getting a bit of a lead there on Lozen and the rest of the field.
Hunter Hill now battling in the top 5. Now who looked to the outside of Grayson Maluheen going into corners 3 and 4. Silas Podolensky trying to get in the mix.
Keep an eye out on that 4th place spot there. Malloy Heen, Hunter Hill there, Hooker, Podwinski, and now Emmett Speck in that 40. Yellow flags out as Grayson Palace there got a bit of problems. He'll drag it down to the inside of the track. Don't know what ails that machine. Looks like they're going to black flag the 9 of Braden Pettit for driving through the pits here.
That 18G's mud bog in there.
Oh, they're running Palace there out in the real bog. In what used to be turn 1 and 2.
It's still turn 1 and 2,
It's
but just a little less pretty.
The sea level was raised, I guess you could say.
Hey, we're out here racing. Can't complain too much about it.
That's true. Hey, I like it, so I got no problem.
I honestly do prefer when they move the bottom lane up. I kind of like it. I think it adds more action to it, like what you're saying. Like, it makes them move up a lane. It makes them, it adds to it, I think.
Yeah, I definitely. Because when you have to use that banking, it makes everything just a lot more crazy, really. Because you see drivers get a massive run up along that high side and then just really dive it down. And, of course, the faster the karts get, the more they make good use of it. But, I don't know, from what we're saying, I think we need to steal a water truck on Wednesday night and just kind of dump it all over here.
You know what? Why don't we just add a chicane on the max straightaway, too, while we're at it?
A little low road course?
Yeah, Ohsweken roll.
I'd like to see that. Ohsweken, that's a good idea.
Not really. Golf Depot white flag is out for Everett Burbage. Cecil Burbage still sitting in the second spot. Grayson Lawson in third. Malohian and Hill creeping his way in the top 5.
Coming back around here to the restart. Single file here, green flags out. Everett Burbage will immediately jump out to a lead. Now Cecil Burbage is facing a bunch of heat for that second place spot.
The Burbage is battling there for the lead. Cecil Burbage still sitting in the second spot. 51 trying to get in the battle there. Hunter Hill, Malohian, and Hookert all battling there for the fourth spot.
Cecil got a little bit squirrely there, and watch a bunch of these drivers use that top side. Looks like Hunter Hill's got some problems there in that 28 machine as he'll roll around. And now Lawson is going to try and face some heat of Cecil. And the yellow flag is out. For Hill there in that 28 machine. Puts a fault on that wild battle back there as they're going to go take a look at what ails the 28 machine.
Carter Long had a good sprint there. I think he's trying to set the fastest lap time.
Well, maybe at the Open Nationals we'll have a foot race.
Nope. I'm not partaking in that.
Hey, I did it at Brighton.
Did you?
Well,
oh, yeah. Applefest?
Yeah, at Applefest they hold a foot race there, and it didn't end too good. Like, I'm just not. Well, there's a reason why I played offensive line in football.
I didn't play football, so.
Yeah, well, maybe that's why I'm always. Yeah.
I heard about that. I never stay long enough for any of that stuff.
It's not as glamorous as you think it is, don't worry.
No, I know. It's just a bunch of...
Anyway.
You know.
Coming to the
You know what I mean.
Yeah, coming to the green flag here. Burbridge boys are going to lead them off. Lawson in the 51 in second, and Georgia Hookert there in the 96. Or 94.
Grayson Lawson trying to crack the top 2 there. The Burbage is just holding on to it all race long. Tons of battles going out throughout the racetrack. Emmett Speck, Malohian 3 wide down the max straightaway with Michael Tunn in the middle.
Speck's just letting it fly on that outside line using all the extra track space that he has. Cecil Burbage holding on to second place and has got a lockdown defense there on Lawson in the 51.
Hookert and Malohian going at it there. Lawson and Burbage also getting after for the second spot. Michael Tunn sitting in 4th, Malohian in 5th. Battles all around the racetrack.
Yeah, talk about Hookert and Malohian, and now Emmett Speck in that Flamin' 4 machine. He goes to the outside and takes the lead on the 94 of Georgia. And now he'll go to make a move on Grayson Malohian to battle for that 5th place spot. Field will continue passing around, and out front it's all Everett Burbage. But look at this battle going on.
Lawson still trying to get around the O2C as Cecil Burbage looks to the inside, not able to make anything happen. Now he's going to try the outside lane. Burbage still holding on. Tunn seeks to the bottom. He'll be in the 3rd spot.
Ton and Laws in there are trying to get on the back side of Cecil Burbridge. They're running high on that outside line, and same with Emmett Speck. They're using all that extra track space, but they still don't have enough for the O2 of Cecil. Nose to tail there with Grayson Malloy. He coming around in the Golf Depot white flag. One more timer around for Everett. And look at this battle. They're almost 4 wide there for third.
Malloy Heen trying to track down the O2C. Speck to the outside. Oh, we got one upside down on the bottom of 4. Red flags out. Wow. Oh, DeBoer went down there.
Looks like Everett crossed that line there. They got all while in the work to flip that 12J of Jacob Yates there. Make sure he's okay.
Caught the tail end of that. I was looking at the battle there for the second spot and just caught him going around. They'll push him to the to the pits rather. Got a replay here. Beating and banging there, going. Oh, he just clipped the pylon and sent him over.
Yeah, these pylons are. Well, they'll make or break your night. That's what I'll say. We've seen a lot of drivers have contact. As we take a look at that replay again there, slow it down. Yeah, it just makes contact with a pylon and it just sends the left side there up, and he goes for a ride.
Glad to see he's okay, though. That's all that matters here.
But that was a crazy battle there. Everett Burbridge pulling away there. It was all him, and Cecil Burbridge coming there in second. That was a crazy race.
Grand River Trailer Sales. From enclosed trailers to utility trailers and everything in between, Grand River Trailer Sales offers quality products backed by outstanding customer service. See why customers across southwestern Ontario trust Grand River Trailer Sales. And by Chiefswood Park. Looking for a unique getaway? Visit Chiefswood Park and experience authentic Haudenosaunee culture along the beautiful Grand River. Enjoy local shopping, entertainment, wildlife, and a relaxing escape right here on Six Nations. Again, the lineup's all situated here.
I believe it's going to be a green-white checkered situation here.
I guess. Says Jeff.
Didn't finish it. As you'll see, the 14 of Diesel Montour, he's going to get pushed off there. Don't know what ails that machine. But we're going to get the lineup figured out on the backstretch. Or on the front stretch, but we're going to start him on the backstretch there. Trying to figure out, which is going to make for one crazy restart here.
We're slowly finding systems that work. Honestly,
yeah.
Stop them all in backstretch,
and
line them up as they come. It works perfect. Instead of having them all there and you got to like move carts around, it's like Tetris.
Well, you put all the pieces on the back and then you build it on the front. That's a great idea.
It works perfect, honestly.
It's like Lego.
No. Mega blocks.
Yeah, it's all the same. Diesel Montour there seemed to get his problems ironed out as he'll rip around on the backstretch now. Clouds still in the sky, but starting to... not going to disappear anytime soon, but definitely not going to get hit with any more rain here.
Okay, why would you say that? That's not how that works.
Well... you know, because I have faith, I think. Okay, you're right. Anyway, lights are on the track here. Sun not really poking its head out today.
Set. It's nighttime.
A little bit. I
Give
mean,
a little break.
I can't see it. We have the lights anyway. That's what the lights are for. Our artificial sun.
There we go. Good to go. Get them set back off, and we'll get this race back underway.
Burbridge brothers are going to lead them off here. Single file rolling around. Carter's going to run back to the flag stand. He's going to grab the green flag. Let's replay this one.
Green flag, we are back underway. The Burbridge is still the top two in this one. Grayson, Malloy, Ton, Speck, all looking to crack the top two.
Coming to the Golf Depot white flag one more time around as we replay this finish. Everett, Burbridge, and Cecil Burbridge, they're going to start to pull away, but who's got the battle for third? Ton, Evan, Speck, and Grayson Malloy, they're 3 wide coming down. Who's going to have the edge?
Everett Burbridge picks up the win over Cecil Burbridge. Michael Ton in the third spot.
That was one wild finish there for third. Michael Ton edges out, and they both split around Malloy, Heat, and Speck, all those drivers, as Everett Burbridge will go around for his slack number victory lap. Field start to pull off here, and that was a crazy one, and as they pull off, we'll stand by as we get ready to go for these novice flats. Setting them off here, your starting lineup, 15 laps of distance for this cadet novice feature. Rolling off first in the 51, it's Evan Sauter. And in second, it's the 27 of Daxton Ellis. Rolling off third in the 67, it's Woody Nanherney. And rolling off fourth in the 4, it's Charles Stewart. And rounding out the field in fifth, it's Declan Ellis. Coming to the Golf Depot white flag one more time around for these cadet novice flat carts. And we're going to send them off for 15 laps. Of course, you can catch all the Outlaw Thursday night action all live for free on GeForce TV at 7 o'clock. It's time to go race here for these cadet flats. Evan Sauter's going to lead them off, coming to the green flag. Daxton Ellis will jump out to a lead here on Evan Sauter as the field starts to single file out. Evan Sauter's got a good running here, and he'll try to claw back on that first place spot on Daxton Ellis. Sauter trying to catch up to Ellis there, and it looks like we got a battle for the lead again as they're nose to tail. Ellis has got the edge, but Sauter there in second, and a bit of contact there. Sauter drives through Ellis and will keep it going as he'll take the lead by force.
Give him a bit of a warning there. Not too nice, but they'll lead down the back straightaway in through corners 3 and 4. Ellis down the second spot, and 67 in third.
Sauter bringing out the Intimidator there to move out Ellis out of the way there for the lead, and now Ellis will start to pull away there from the 27. And Evan Sauter will pass by the lap traffic. The rest of the field will start to follow suit and do so. Field still rolling clean here throughout, and it's all Evan Sauter in that red 51.
Sauter with a good lead over Ellis. Cross flag, 7 laps left to go for Evan Sauter.
Sauter rolling through here as he'll go to continue to work on lap traffic and to put Declan Ellis another lap down here. Still rolling out, field single file, and all spread out for the rest of each other. Evan Sauter still rolling around here. Not too much contention for that lead. And he's got almost a full speed straightaway here.
Slot your marbles. Sauter with 2 laps left to go on that 51 machine. Running a really solid race so far.
Sauter rolling around here. Will move to continue on the lap traffic, and he'll take it to the Golf Depot white flag one more time around for Evan Sauter in that 51.
Down the back straightaway for the final time through corners 3 and 4, and Evan Sauter will pick up the win.
Daxton Ellis will take it home in second. and Woodington Herney in third there. Outlaw Karts on GeForce TV is presented by Williams Bros. Family owned and operated on 6 nations, Williams Bros has been providing trusted HVAC installation, service, and repairs for more than 30 years. For all your heating and cooling needs, call the experts at Williams Bros. Huffman Restoration. The Junior Flat Kart Division is brought to you by Huffman Restoration. Serving Brantford and surrounding areas, Huffman Restoration specializes in renovation, decks, fencing, and quality craftsmanship you can trust. And by All-Star Performance. The Senior Flat Kart Division is proudly sponsored by All-Star Performance. For more than 3 decades, All-Star has supplied racers with innovative, affordable, and hard-to-find performance parts for the shop, trailer, and the racetrack.
Junior 3 flats up next for their A main. 15 laps the distance on the pole for this one. In the 15W, that's Nate Weidrich, and his outside of the 44B, that's Shakira Miracle. Rolling off the 3rd spot in the 28, that's Kaylin Walker. And rounding out the field in the 13, that's Rylan Huffman.
Going to be interesting here. Weidrich and Miracle coming around here.
Weidrich leads him down the back straightaway. Going into corners 3 and 4, Weidrich leads lap number 1. Battle for second brewing here between Walker and Miracle.
Walker had a good race last time and will go around the 44 for second place. Out front, it's all Weidrich in that 15W, but now Kaylin Walker, she'll take second place.
Walker now trying to reel in the 15W and Nate Weidrich down the front straightaway. Into corners 1 and 2, Weidrich holding on, Walker to the outside, up high down the back straightaway. Side by side into corner 3, Walker way high there down the front straightaway. Weidrich still holding on to the lead.
Walker in that 28 using all that extra track space. Trying to make something happen here, rolling on that outside line. Competitive enough to battle for the lead here against Weidrich. And they're side by side going down the backstretch. Walker on the outside, Weidrich on the inside. Weidrich now tries to go high to gain some of that speed. Still doesn't have it yet as that 28 is flying.
Walker on the outside again, down the back straightaway. Got a little wobbly there off the exit of that turn. Good speed going into the corners. Can't get by the 15W down the front straightaway. Walker, junior leader.
Just as you say that, Weidrich slips back a little bit there, and that allows for Walker to take it to the halfway home. Mark cross flags there in Carter's hand, and now Walker will start to put a big gap there back to second of Weidrich.
One in the infield there on the back straightaway. Probably stuck in the mud there.
And Weidrich got a little bit squirrely. That allowed for Shakira Miracle to pass by and take that second place spot from Weidrich there. 5 laps left to go for your leader, Kaylin Walker.
Walker with a good sized lead over Miracle. Sitting in the second spot, Weidrich in third.
Rolling around here, Walker with almost a full straightaway lead to Shakira Miracle. We'll take it to the 2 to go side here. Kaylin Walker, a dominant running so far in this heat race, or this feature event. Shakira Miracle in second.
Gulf Depot white flag is out for Kaylin Walker in the 28 machine. Down the back straightaway for the final time. She'll work her way through corners 3 and 4. And she'll pick up the Junior 3 flat kart win.
Walker passing lap traffic there. Shakira Miracle will come home in second, and Nate Weidrich in third there. And Walker will take her slack lumber victory lap.
Good race there for the 28 machine. She pulled away and didn't look back.
And now the opens are getting fired up, ready to roll off here.
karts waiting to get their push onto the racetrack. DeBoer still trying to push out that flat cart.
Calling the field to move out of the way here. Get this Junior 3 flat cart driver cleared. Bogged down there as we get these opens fired up and ready to roll off here.
A pylon upside down there on corner number 3.
It looks like everybody's going crazy here as we try and get things figured out.
DeBoer's trying to keep it under cool here. It's because he didn't wear a Superman shirt.
Exactly. See Johnny Miller coming back out onto the track here.
Good to see him back. 2 more karts here for the opens. Open Outlaw karts.
Yeah, not microsprints anymore. They're Outlaws.
I'm trying to say it more so I get used to it.
It's getting easier and easier as the weeks go on.
Cool Kids Ice and Water. Outlaw karts presented by 2-Speed Motorsports. Boom, I got that one down fast.
Oh yeah. Of course, the presenting sponsors here, Cool Kids and 2-Speed Motorsports, gives this awesome logo and these sweet shirts. See, this is when we need a booth cam, but I'm pretty sure you can see on everybody there these gorgeous white, orange, and blue.
We do not need booth cams.
Yeah, you're right. That's probably horrible.
It'd be funny. Just cut to us and we're in some weird outfit. We're in some like Halloween costume.
With a hot dog costume.
Like Fortnite costume or something stupid.
Oh, that's abominable. It's coming. Oh, okay, honestly.
No,
well, they have to see what we're doing in here.
No, they don't.
Wow.
They don't at all.
Well, Spencer does, so we can make sure we're not slacking off here. Anyway, it looks like they're lined up and just about ready to come to the Golf Depot White Flag. McLean, give us the lineup.
20 lap citizens on the pole for this one at Hagersville. And car number 24K, that's Kiana Teal. And her outside at Dorchester. Car number 7, that's Jack Smulders. Rolling off the 3rd spot at Welland into the 96 machine, that's Brennan Hager. And his outside at Harrisburg. And car number 71, that's Ryan Wilson. Zane Miller in the 17Z starts 5th. And in the 6th spot, the 97 of Andy Gray at Norwich. And rounding out the field, and a Six Nations in the 0J, it's the Iceman, Johnny Miller.
Going to be an exciting one. Kiana Teal will lead him off. Jack Smollett is on the outside, the 24K on the inside. Double green flags are out. Feature racing for the Open Outlaw Karts.
Pylon upside down there in corner number 1, Teal. For corners 3 and 4 will lead lap number 1. Battle for second between Smulders and Hager.
The field will rip around that pylon there. Smulders holds on to the 2nd place spot, but Brendan Hager there. And you can see all these drivers are using a lot of that extra track space there. Teal holding on to the lead, but Smulders is catching up, and they're side by side going down the backstretch.
Smulders trying to get to the inside of Kiana Teal. Teal's holding her cool there. Down the front straightaway, trying to gain a good lead. Smulders down to the inside. Teal with a good run off corner 2.
Smulders letting it rip. Kiana Teal with some problems there. She goes wide and she'll take it for a spin there. Smulders will take the lead, and the yellow flag is out for Kiana Teal in the 24K.
That was weird.
Went super high there. Went for a bit of a spin. Don't know what ails it.
It looked like she didn't get enough turn on the car, and it just sent her right up there, right? Like, that was wild.
Yeah, you can see she's kind of fiddling around there with something on the cart. Take a look at the replay here. Yeah, just didn't get enough turn in it. Kind of flew up a little high and then went for a bit of a spin there. Replay just goes high, Smulders, and takes that rip for the lead. So, should be good here. They're going to push that 24K off, and she'll rejoin the rest of the field on the tail, get it fired back up. Seems to be running good now.
So, I was trying to figure out who didn't make it out to the main. That would be the 71 of Ryan Wilson. So that'll break his streak.
Yeah, sucks to see for flying Ryan Wilson in that 71 machine. So dominant so far. And, of course, when I interviewed him a couple of times, he was talking about some of the problems that he was having last season. He was happy the way it goes. But coming to the green flag here, Smolder's your new leader. Let's see what Hager and Miller have for the 7.
Smolders down the back straightaway. Teal working her way through the field. Now sets her sights on the third spot of Johnny Miller.
Smolder starting to pull away there from the 96 machine. Hager there in second, Miller third, Teal in fourth. She gets a little bit squirrely there, but catches herself back up on the back end of Johnny Miller in the 0J machine. The top 5 are all single file out.
Kiana Teal all over the back end of the 0J of Johnny Miller down the front straightaway. Trying to get to the bottom, but you can tell she wants that bottom lane. It's just not there.
Yeah, that bottom lane is just making it a bit strong for Kiana Teal. Some of these other drivers who run that line, but look at Jack Smolders in the massive lead he's got. He's using that top groove to his absolute masterclass, and he's starting to pull away here from the 96 of Brendan Hager. He runs so high there on the back straightaway, and it's helping him get such a good run coming to the turns as he takes it to the cross flat.
10 laps left to go for Jack Smolders. Brendan Hager in the second spot. He's got a lot of work cut out for him to try and reel in that 7 machine.
Smolders there will start to move on some lap traffic. Flies by Andy Gray there. And Hager has got a long time, a lot of space to catch up if he wants any shot at that first place position.
Hager gets by the 97 of Andy Gray. Now down the back straightaway. Smolders has a whole straightaway lead over the second place spot. Johnny Miller now in third. Kiana Teal in fourth.
Time is running out there for for Hager there as Smolders continues to put some more cars. Lap down, almost a full straightaway lead now on Brendan Hager. And Smolders is just using that outside line, and he's absolutely flying.
Smolders running so smooth here tonight. Hager as well, all running really good. All spread out though, 2 laps left to go for Jack Smolders in the 7 machine. Hager follows the line in second.
Yeah, Brendan is running out of track space to catch up as Jack Smolders will take the Golf Depot white flag one more time around for the 7, and he's had it wired up all race. And the first win of the season for the Open Outlaws for Jack Smolders.
Brendan Hager picks up the second place spot. Johnny Miller rounds out the top 3.
And Smolders will come around for his slack lumber victory lap in that gorgeous 7 machine. Outlaw Karts on GeForce TV is presented by Cool Kids Ice and Water. Proudly serving 6 nations and communities across Southern Ontario since 2008, Cool Kids provides purified ice and water delivery, water jug refills, salt delivery, water station rentals, and more. For quality service and purified products you can count on, think Cool Kids Ice and Water. And 2-Speed Motorsports. When performance matters, racers turn to Raptor filters and 2-Speed Motorsports. Raptor high-performance air filters can be found in Victory Lane at tracks across North America, while 2-Speed Motorsports produces Canadian-made tools, parts, and accessories for racers everywhere. Learn more at 2speedmotorsports.com. Back here for the final feature event of the night on this Outlaw Thursday. The Senior Flats, 20 laps the distance. Carter Long's got the Golf Depot white flag in his hand. One more time around before we send him off. Rolling off first, it's the 44 of Robbie General, and in second, it's the 42 of Jack McPhail. Rolling off third, it's Rowan Reed in the 88, and in fourth, it's Matt Reed in the 78. Rolling off fifth, it's the 77 of Randy Hollingshead, and in sixth, it's Nicholas Boyd in the 12. Rolling off seventh, it's the 66W of Grant Match, and in eighth, it's Bailey Salt in the 66. Rolling off ninth, it's the 73 of Mike Miller, and rounding up the field in 27th, it's Nick Dilts in the 27th. See the final feature event of the night.
General leads him down the front straightaway. He'll lead lap number 1. Rowan Reed sitting in the second spot. Battle for second here brewing. Jack McPhail all over the rear end of the 88 machine.
McPhail there makes a little bit of contact with Rowan Reed. Rowan will go around there, and that'll draw the first yellow flag of this feature event. Rowan Reed there in the 88 machine. Just an innocent spin. I believe she'll get it turned back around there.
Not fun to see. She had a solid run there in the second heat race. She'll have to go start tail here.
She's got a lot of speed, though, so I'm sure that she'll manage to make it up. As we take a look at the replay there, some contact with Jack McPhail there just sends her around.
And we'll try and get the lineups figured out.
And Jack McPhail there getting the call to go to the back with Ronan Reed, being penalized for that interaction. Figuring out this lineup here as they pace around.
Maybe we'll have to stop them like the box stocks and beginners.
Haven't had it too far here. Field pacing around here. Trying to get it figured out. Gorgeous looking field of senior flats here for the final feature event of the night. And of course, if you want some more G-Force action, this will go up on YouTube after, so you can come back, take a look at it anytime. And of course, tomorrow, Friday night racing, Friday night excitement at the Big O here.
And Friday Night Prime.
Yeah, and Friday Night Prime at 7, Friday Night Excitement at 7:30. Make sure you can tune in if you want more Mac and Jack.
Nobody wants that.
Well, some people do. Not a lot though. It's a very few, but
Just get to see us monkey around pretty much.
it's good. And I love to hear all the support. I love to hear from the drivers that are, you know, excited. A lot of these drivers here on Friday Night Prime get their spotlight that they wouldn't usually get in Victory Lane. We tell a lot of good stories around there. So, of course, tune in for that. Hear a lot of behind-the-scenes action, see what goes on in the pits, and what happens out of the limelight here. Golf Depot white flags out. Will we single file restart them off?
Robbie General leading this one. Over Salt in the second spot. Carter Long with the green flag in hand, and we'll go back on the loud pedal.
Robbie General there will lead them off. Grant Matchett there in second place, and then it's the veteran Randy Hollingshead in third, and they automatically jump out to a lead. Grant Matchett and Robbie General there. They're side by side, and now Randy Hollingshead gets in on the action. They were 3 wide coming down the front stretch.
Down the back straightaway, Hollingshead, your new leader, Randy Hollingshead. Out to a good lead over General there, sitting in the second spot. Bailey Salt in third. Battles all throughout the top 5.
Field starts a single file out here, but they're all racing nice and close to each other. Bailey Salt and Grant Matchett there are duking it out for the third place spot. They start to edge out a little bit, and now Jack McPhail's clawing his way back up. He's now overtaken that spot on Nicholas Boyd, back there for about 8th place, and now he'll go to work on Matt Reed.
Robbie General trying to get back to the tail end of the 77 machine. Randy Hollingshead on the back straightaway. Hollingshead's just really fast here tonight.
Yeah, Hollingshead starting to pull away there with Robbie General following in suit. That top 2 have got a big gap there to the rest of the field. Field starting to single file out now. And not too much action rolling on throughout, as it is all the Randy Hollingshead show.
Halfway done, halfway to go, 10 laps left to go for Hollingshead. General finally catching up to the back bumper of the 77 machine.
General there looking to make some moves there on that inside line of Randy Hollingshead. Hollingshead's got a bit of a lead on him though. Not too much happening there in that battle. Hollingshead's got a lockdown lead, but General there trying to make himself in the action, getting closer and closer every time.
All over the back bumper, Robbie General trying to get by that 77 machine. Dominant so far tonight.
Yeah, General's not able to catch up to Hollingshead yet. He gets close there on the front straightaway, as you'll see, but still not quite enough speed to make himself competitive for that lead. Field will pass through some lap traffic. 5 more laps to go here for the veteran Randy Hollingshead as he'll go to put some field cars a lap down here. And it looks like back there for 4th, Jack McPhail just tried to make some moves on Bailey Salt in the 66, and they're 3 wide for 4th.
General, your new leader over Randy Hollingshead. Hollingshead down to the inside, side by side down the front straightaway. Hollingshead trying to claw back to that first place spot. One around on the back straightaway. I believe we're going to keep this one going here. 2 to go. Robbie General looking to the outside of Hollingshead pylon in the middle of the racetrack.
That's going to make things interesting here as there's 2 laps left to go here. Who's going to have the lead? General lurks to the inside. That'll draw the yellow flag as General clips the pylon and will send it back in the infield out of harm's way. Horrible timing. But good to see that Robbie General made contact with that pylon and didn't send him flipping like it did earlier too.
Jeff just held on. 1 more second. We could have been racing again.
That's okay though. It's got to be good and safe as that pylon will get reset here. Trying to get the lineup figured out, and you can see those are the pylons that can take a couple hits, and they can dish some hits too. Okay, you see that one of those collapsible ones that's fallen over already, and that silicone one stands tall, and another pylon goes around there.
We don't need them.
Well, as long as they're there, you know, as long as, I mean, the one that fell over there, right there, as long as it's not in harm's way.
Austin DeBoer there getting the pylon situated again.
The unsung heroes of Outlaw Thursdays here. Being able to put the show on other than us clowns here in the booth. Green flags out for Randy Hollingshead and Robbie General as the laps are winding down.
Down the back straightaway, Hollingshead trying to get a good lead there over Robbie General. Golf Depot white flag is out one more time around.
Randy Hollingshead there. Can he hold off for the final time there on Robbie General? Coming to the double checker flags. Robbie General got the win there. Randy Hollingshead had it. By a nose hair, Randy Hollingshead held on. That was a drag race to the finish. And General will pull it into a slack lumber victory lap, and it looks like he'll pull off there.
Jeff.
Better take.
I'm gonna get in here.
And we will throw it to a quick break here. And we'll come back with some winners here. Jack Smulders up first, and Randy Hollingshead in second. Randy Hollingshead here will bring this gorgeous yellow 77 machine into Slack Lumber Victory Lane. So, Randy, a great win for you. You were battling all the way to the end there. Talk about it.
We made a few changes on the cart, and it stuck like glue, and we usually don't have a track like this, but the rain that we've had made it awesome. Yeah.
Does not having that bottom lane make anything different for you guys? We see it a lot here in the booth. Do you guys run that high line a lot more than you do? How much does it change for you as a driver?
If you're set up for the outside, it's probably good, but most guys prefer the inside. But on a track like today, you could almost run like 2, maybe 2.5 lanes. It was great.
And two final questions for you is talk about your goals for the season. What else do you have planned for this 77 machine and your team?
Well, we've been fooling around with the box stock and everything and trying to get that going. Last week we finished 4th in that class, and we're just like alternate weeks, kind of having fun with the cart and not worrying about points. And same thing with the box stock, just having fun and get it going. Yeah. Anybody
you'd like to thank for getting you into Slack Lumber Victory Lane here tonight?
I'd like to thank RCM, Chris Long from RCM, and Moffat Carburation. Helps out a lot, and that's about it.
All right, well, congratulations. Thank you very much. Enjoy your night. And McLean, send us home.
On behalf of the Cyrus family, all the staff here at Ohsweken Speedway, and on behalf of Jackson Jeffrey, I'm McLean Callan saying so long. We'll see you next Thursday night.
This copyrighted broadcast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of GeForce TV. GeForce TV would like to thank you for your support and for watching today's broadcast.